love was mucking about with me all my life. I mean, I don't hate her. I love her to bits, don't get me wrong, but Jesus Christ. I didn't tell him that her name was Sarah Jane Susan Bennett. Why did she say Sarah?
Is this you?
She charged $50 for Patreon.
Wow.
Did you know that?
I mean,
No, that's not me.
That's not you? Okay.
No.
Okay.
She's gonna say, look, Molly, me and her sound the very same. I don't know what channel.
Totally convinced that is.
Huh?
I'm absolutely, totally convinced that is you. I don't want to fight, but what I do want to say is I think there's a lot of rubbish that you have a twin sister that would know so much about me, that would know about my Patreon, that would know blah, blah. There's no reason to lie here. There is
Molly, I told my dad that I'm doing Patreon with you and stuff like that, life coaching. I told my family that. I do speak with my family.
My Patreon was a bunch of rubbish. Why do you believe that?
Sorry?
Why do you believe that my Patreon's rubbish?
I never said your Patreon was rubbish.
You sound very, very similar. It's weird.
We're the same. Look, Molly, I'm not joking you, right? My dad would pick me up and he would call me Sarah and I was saying, Dad, it's Susan.
Oh, I know what, you seem to know an awful lot about my Patreon.
No, I told my dad that I joined your life coaching, and my dad said my dad agreed with you. He says I actually need it.
Can I just say that this is fucking gold? Hey, Susan, sweetie.
Yeah?
I accept Irish pounds. I accept you. I accept your evil twin. I don't want to recruit you. You can talk trash on me on every channel. I love you, Susan. God bless your little heart. And I have a question, though, Susan. Why is your accent switching from Irish to Jamaican to Nigerian scammer?
I can't do anything.
What?
I can't do anything. I can take off the hip but I can't do any other accents.
Okay. And I heard you like candles. Listen, if you want to support me, I will make a candle for you. I will try my hardest to build a fucking candle for you. I love you, Susan. Yeah. Thanks, Molly. Molly, I don't know how you do it sometimes. Yeah.
That is her.
Yes, thank you.
Sister up and talk at the same time.
I can't because I'm living in the UK.
You can't call her?
No, I can't. I can't call outside the UK. Because I have a bill phone, and the bill phone doesn't allow me to ring outside the UK. And I told you I would call my dad and get my dad to stop my sister from pulling bullshit, and he did. No, that was my sister Molly. I know people aren't going to believe me. The only way I can get that is get people to believe me now at that rate is to get my sister over to the UK sometime, or I go down at some stage and both of us speak. She'll say my name is Susan, and you will think you're talking to me, but you wouldn't be. That's not me talking. That's about her sister.
This is terrible. All right, Susan, enjoy your day. It was nice talking to you.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but she had posted on your chat after the video ended that she OD'd on all her medications.
Yeah.
That's why Laura's live going after you. Crazy woman.
Yep.
Oh God. Sorry.
Apparently, I was worried,
Hi, how are you?
Hello, my name's Susan. And I'm the girl who got made shit out on Molly's show. And subsequently, there was so much bad things said about me. I suffer with PTSD, and Molly knew that very well. And it all got too much for me, and I ended up ODing on my medication. And I'm in ICU in hospital right now. I just hope you drag these people down because I'm after writing lengthy emails about cyberbullying to YouTube. I've disconnected from her channels. I've requested all the money back. She is going to say things to people, and they mightn't be so lucky like I'm lucky I'm alive. I had a heart attack. And because of the medications, because I'm on a lot of medications because I was in 2 wars, Iraq and Afghanistan. I served with the British military. I do live in the UK. I don't live in Ireland, but I am Irish. And yes, I do have a twin sister. And I actually made a point of putting a picture of me and my sister in my little profile thing when I'm writing messages. For some strange reason, it's not coming up on the other thing. I don't know why. She tried belittling me, berating me. And she had all her cronies. I think I read about, it was at least over 1,000 cyberbullying messages, hate messages upon me. If she was going to give back the wrench, I was going to get ready to tell her, you can go and shove it up your fucking arse, because I'm taking you. I'm going for your channel. I have written lengthy messages to YouTube to take this woman down, because you know what? The next person mightn't be so lucky they mightn't survive. They can't just send child services to me, because I do have a daughter. She's in Ireland, studying in college, and she's 21, coming up 22 years of age. So Molly's really good at sending child services to people. What you call it in America, we call it social services over here. You call it, there was those people who come out and you're supposed to be a bad mother and they look check your children. What's the name they use in America for that?
It's the same thing, social services, but different states call it
or
different.
something like that?
Yeah.
She's very good for that. Very good for that. She threatens everyone with that one. She can't threaten me with that because there's no children in my home. She has belittled me to the point that I'm a really strong person, but she knew how to play my heartstrings. She knew that I was actually a Patreon. I shut down the Patreon. And I written to Patreon and I told Patreon she was a fraud. So I'm waiting for a reply back. I'm after getting a reply back from YouTube stating that I can get all my super chats back, because I heard Frank saying any super chats you had sent, I literally heard him saying this to someone else. Any super chats you have sent, you can claim up to 6 months. So I sent quite a lot of super chats, believing it was for Heels on the Ground. And Molly I went into Molly's chat and I went in there for learning, see what way she'd behave, and she cast everything over like it never happened. She was very quick to take down the actual whole thing she had done. She set me up. People don't realize what she was doing to me when she brought me up in panel. That wasn't anything that I didn't find unusual, because she often brought me up in panel. But every time I tried answering her back in a smart manner, she kept muting my mic so the other people couldn't hear it. So it probably made me look like proper stupid.
So it seems to me that NGL has hurt you and has caused you a lot of distress.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
so my advice to you would be to just don't join her panels anymore.
No,
and
I'm not.
watch her and not be in the chat. Just kind of disengage from her completely.
I totally stopped all my memberships. I stopped the Patreon. I read the Patreon saying that she's a fraud, and I want my month supply of money back, because she was meant to be a life coach. She never life coached me. She was just taking my money. And so I explained to Patreon to say what she done, and I want my month's money, and that's like $50. I want that back, and I shut down the Patreon. I've unsubbed from her, and I've requested for all my super chats and all my money back. And YouTube were really quick to respond when they read what I wrote, because they said, we will reimburse you your money. It was Frank. That's the guy's name. Frank I was listening to.
Yeah, that's Kurdiaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard him saying that you can request your super chats up to 6 months.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I've never actually needed to do that before, so I don't have any
I've
experience
actually
with that.
requested super chats back and everything, and YouTube said they're going to give them back.
Okay.
Because I explained my case and what was done to me, and I explained exactly where I am. Hopefully, I'm hoping the doctors leave me out tomorrow. Don't know if they will or not. They've taken me off all the machines and stuff like that, and they have me in a side room right now. I mean, in the UK, they're really good. I mean, if I was in a ward, say, they call it a bay. Over here, they call it a bay. That's when you have, like, all the other people. I wouldn't be able to come on here to you tonight or come on this at all, because I don't need to disturb the other patients. But because I have my own room and my door is shut and I'm really into the side, they can't hear me, and the nurse said I can come on. I told them I couldn't sleep.
I really appreciate you coming on and sharing your story. And like I said, I think that if it is getting to this point, which is very serious,
it is.
By being involved in her channel, in my opinion, I think that if anything in life is causing you that much distress, completely cut it out. Yeah. So
I've totally unscribed from. Sorry about the medication. They give me medication for certain things and it makes me a bit silly. I've unsubscribed to every single thing. I literally have nothing to do with her.
okay, that's good. Well, like I said, I appreciate you coming up, but I have other people that have been waiting. But I really appreciate you sharing your story, and I appreciate you speaking with me.
It's getting dangerous. Someone is going to get hurt by this lady.
Yes.
It really is. I mean, what they did to Aya, and now then they're like, I was doing a lot of super chats, and it's the way it was what was done to me. Basically, it was plastered all over YouTube. What was done to me, actually, all the clip channels got it. So I leave it go, and I just wanted to say that.
Okay. Well, I thank you so much for sharing.
I'm with Laura, so I think I might stay with Laura for a bit. I think Laura's pretty straight up, and she calls it as it is.
Do what you feel like that you need to do.
Have you any advice on? Is that a safe one or not?
I mean, I am not going to tell someone who to be in chats with or not. That's not for me to say. That's for people to make up their own minds. Me personally, I got my own issues with her, but I'm not going to sit here and tell people what they can and cannot do. So that's your decision, I guess.
I'm only kind of new to YouTube, so I don't really know. You know, I know the community. A lot of you know all of each other. Ways that I don't. You know, I don't know. So anyway, I let you go because I know you've other people to talk to, and I appreciate you leaving me up on your panel to just to get out what I needed to say.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.
I think the haters are basically saying you should have done it in private, but she put you out there in public.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? So
Well, yeah, and then she denied it to the subs on the side.
well, apparently her and her sister are in Laura's chat right now.
It seems.
That's very
Honestly, I don't think it's attention anymore. She's got it. She's just trying to take Marissa out at this point.
okay.
Like her channel, like she's going after you, your character, your channel. Like that's the level she's
Oh
at.
yeah, everyone does. I can't believe this Sandra Bullock over here is on here talking smack. Is she?
Oh, Susan.
Yeah. Sandra Bullock, yeah, that's what we call her over on my channel.
You sure that's not the evil twin, Molly?
I don't know. It could be a triplet at this point. How are you guys?
We're doing pretty good. She said she had 2 sisters.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
Hey,
I told her me and her sister
listen.
went way back.
so what's her problem now that I can clarify, or I don't know, anyone?
I don't know. She said that you pulled her up on the panel to belittle her, and she had no clue of what was going on.
I called her out on her lie. Yeah, it's called summons up, and you ask her, and then she didn't like the questions because she was caught in a lie, and she took it to like the 10th level, and I was asleep. But supposedly she had authorities at her house, and then she went to the hospital and had a couple of heart attacks.
That
Yeah,
escalated fairly quickly.
very quickly. Yeah.
I had no idea what
You
she
didn't
was
know that?
talking about. No.
Well, I had heard something about that, but I didn't know if it was serious because I don't know if, like, you know, to be honest, like some people up here might have a little bit of mental health issues.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was a mental health issue or what was going on, but like I just kind of roll with it. Like, but in my mind, I'm thinking, of course, this is, you know, I don't know if like it's her. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
She was on someone's panel the night before, and then when I was live, she had a wrench on my channel. I swear to God. And people in the chat were losing their minds, and they're like, Marissa, she's lying. And I'm going, what? She's lying. I was asleep the night before, so I didn't see what had happened. They said, Marissa, she was dogging you. But then she came on and said, no, that was my twin sister. No, I'm a good person, Molly. I really am. Look, I'm wearing a Molly Golali t-shirt, and I'm wearing a Molly Golali sweater right now. And I want you to believe me. I would never do that. And this and that. And people they lost their mind. They're like, Marissa, she's like dogging you all over the place. I asked her, come up here and tell me what's about. She says, Marissa, I swear it was my twin sister's, my evil twin sister. So people like show us a picture. So she shows us a picture of a blanket, and it's her with dark hair. And then there's another younger woman with blonde hair. She goes, this is my twin sister, Sarah. This is my twin sister, Sarah. So I'm like, I gotta take your wrench from you. I'm like, why not something else? It's
I mean, them evil twins are out there, though. You know?
She's searching for a home. I'm glad she found one. And the fact that she talks about me all the time should be a red flag. She's not welcomed on my channel because she makes everybody upset. She went an extra mile. She went and told people while I was asleep that she had taken a whole bunch of medications and overdosed. So everybody's going crazy trying to find her address where she is. And then they take her to a hospital, supposedly. And she has a heart attack. And then the next day she's taking a link saying, I'm in the hospital. And then says, it's not Molly's fault. I just didn't like the hater comments.
I thought I heard something about that.
Yeah, that's what happened. She says, it wasn't really Molly's fault. I just didn't like the comments that were underneath the video. I went to sleep. I don't care about the comments underneath the video. But yeah, she went a little bit extra. And I'm not going to allow my platform to be used and abused in that way.